Well, it's been so long, I'm not sure how to do this, but the Buffaloes snapped their 14-game Pac-12 Conference losing streak with a 41-24 win over the Cal Bears. On this doubleheader day here at Folsom Field and on the University of Colorado campus, Buffs basketball went early today, Buffs football late. Pointer, it's time to say so long to that long losing streak in Pac-12 play.
Thank goodness, and and they did it in a really good way because they played a good football game.
Yeah.
That is the key. They were playing. Somebody said it was the battle for the basement. Well, Colorado's not going to be in the basement, but their offense dominated the first part of the game and built up a pretty good lead, and the defense I thought just played really controlled Cal. It was a good football team as far as their offense is concerned coming in.
Well, I think it's important to note here that Cal did have the number 8 passing offense in the country at 380-some-odd yards per ball game, and the Buffs really shut that down tonight.
They really did, because at halftime they had less than 200 yards total off, I think 167 or something like that. And Jared Goff, he has great numbers. He certainly didn't tonight, and the pass rush was really good. Colorado finally got pressure on the quarterback, and I thought they covered the receivers very well downfield.
Sefo Lufau throws for 364 yards, 3 touchdowns. Did have the one pick. His arm got hit, popped up in the air, and somebody came up with it. So not much of a concern there. But I thought this was his best game.
Oh, by far is his best game. And you asked him that after the game, and he sort of hesitated and said, well, yeah, I guess so. Well, yeah, sure it was. It's a win for one thing. And he cut out some of the mistakes. He just looks more comfortable out there tonight. And I know he really wanted to come back strong after a subpar performance against Washington. And he hit P. Rich on some good passes and Nelson Spruce, and Spruce helped him out with a couple of runs after the catch. Both go over 100 yards, and it's been a while since Colorado's had 200-yard receivers.
Yeah, 2009, in fact, November 27th against Nebraska. A couple of guys you might remember, Marcus Seamus, who didn't have a great career for the Buffaloes, but did on that day against the Huskers, and Scotty McKnight, who's the all-time leading receiver for the Colorado Buffaloes. There's a feel-good aspect to this. So you and I both get to be around this team. We know these guys. You feel good for this group late in the season to get that victory now with 2 more games on the schedule.
Well, Mark, they've worked hard under this new staff, and Coach McIntyre always says it's good for his staff as well. Well, sure it is. They work all week for this game, and it's nice to get a reward and for the players and the coaches.
Boy, it doesn't get any easier next week. You've got Southern Cal coming in here, and I know what many have said this year. Lane Kiffin gets fired, and boy, Southern Cal's got its issues. Ed Orgeron has righted the ship. They're a couple of field goals away from being a one-loss team. And keep in mind, they do have Southern Cal athletes as well next week when they come in here.
Well, and they're still in the hunt for the South Division. Arizona State, UCLA, Southern Cal, they're all 3 right there, and they got to play each other.
Well, it was a great day. It was a doubleheader, of course. The men's basketball team got the 94-70 win over Jackson State this morning. It was a long day of broadcasting here at 850 KOA, but the Buffs football team finally snaps that 14-game Pac-12 conference losing streak as they went 41-24 over the Cal Bears. They improved to 4-6 in the season, 1-6 in Pac-12 conference play. Next week it's Southern Cal in the home finale on Senior Day for the Buffaloes. Still don't have a game time on that one. We'll find out that on Sunday. But the Buffs are victorious. For Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Thanks for joining us on our Buffs Recap here at 850KOA.com.